off the plate and in. It's a ball and a strike.
They've got an opening here, so this is where you can really jump on a guy out there before he's settled in.
No offer on that one. 2 balls and a strike.
Boy, what a nice job so far of working himself into a hitter's count. Now he can go to work on maybe picking up that 2-out RBI out of the 9-hole.
Swinging a ball line down in the left field corner. But this is foul near the feet. Goes the other way as this is line to left. And a base hit, and that's going to chase in the run from third. The Astros are off to a 1-0 lead.
Wow, well, there you go. Just more of the same right here. You know, one of the hallmarks of this winning streak is that they've been able to get on the board first quite a bit. And they keep it going here as he drives in the run to make it 1-0.
Jose Altuve to get a shot now with 2 on and 2 out here in inning number 2. And here's the first pitch. There's a good fastball on the outside corner as they'll take a look at strike 1.
Yeah, even with 2 on and 2 away, this is not a guy that's going to back down out there. He comes right after him with a fastball and he gets ahead.
Oh, that ball driven into left center. This could be trouble. And trouble it is. It's down for extra bases. And a relay to the plate. And both runners will score. It's now a 3-0 ball game.
We'll get a good look at this from up in our press box cam. You can see the 2 outfielders give chase, but this is almost perfectly between them. It finds a gap for a double.
Dexter Fowler will stride in again. He struck out swinging his first time. No lead to speak of at second. Here's the pitch. Here's a slider to start things out. Looked at for ball 1. Boy, and after that good first inning, not the same here in the second.
He's kind of looking a little shell-shocked out there. Like even he can't figure out what's going on.
On to Moss at first, and the inning is over. So 3 runs on 4 hits, no errors, and a man left on. We'll go to the bottom half of inning number 2. The Astros on top, 3-0. Jed Lowry will stand in, hoping to perhaps pick up a base hit so he can climb over that Mendoza line. There's that circle change of his, but it's outside for ball 1.
Well, you got to figure that this guy's going to come out here free and easy here in the second. He's got a 3-run cushion already. No reason not to come right after these guys.
And a good spot for that pitch is it's chopped foul. Swing and a bouncing ball towards the hole. And the throw to first is in time, 1 gun. Nate Fryman will get his first opportunity here, and that average is certainly not where he wants it, down in the 220s to begin the ball game. And he drops in a strike to start the at-bat, 0-1. Here's a fastball that crowds in the bin, and it's 1-1. Swing, and he shatters the bat as this is hit on the ground. Throw gets him, 2 down.
Oh, boy. On a nice summer afternoon, this will sting just a little bit. But on a cold night, that's going to make your hands feel like you've got a fistful of bumblebees.
Derek Norris will take his first cut now, and as you can see, he enters play with that average up over the 320 mark. First pitch fastball swung on and missed 0-1.
And sometimes you got to cut down a little stride against a guy who's throwing this hard. Either you take that leg kick completely out of the equation, or you get it started just a little bit quicker.
On the slider right there for a called strike, and he's in a real deficit now, down 0-2.
Hard to believe he let that one go. That was right on a punt.
And we'll have to leave it there as this is strike 3, and that will retire the side. A's are gone in order. Still down 3-0. ready to go here as we begin the third. Way late on the fastball for strike one.
And we've seen guys swing at that four-seam riding fastball up in the zone. But you're never going to get on top of that thing when it's up that high.
Oh, and he goes the other way with a fastball. He drives it out to deep right center field. And the third inning has started with a home run. Solo shot to right center as the Astros have opened it up now 4-0.
Boy, the ball is definitely jumping here early. That's the first home run we've seen so far, but it's not the first hard hit ball, and it's looking like it might not be such a good night to be a pitcher.
Nick Punto will try it again. Set down on strikes his first time. Hit high but foul as that'll get in amongst the fans. And this is fought off at the plate as it's chopped foul. And he wastes a fastball high there, 1-2.
And now on 1-2, this might be a spot where that high fastball was just a setup so that he can come back with that big curve.
Now a fastball, and he popped him up over toward the left side of the infield. Donaldson is there, 1 away. Tony Abreu will dig in with 1 in and 1 away. And a swing and a miss on a pitch in the third, and it's strike one.
And for as bad as he missed that pitch, you can bet we're going to see that again before this at-bat's over.
And here's a fastball called for strike two. 1 out, nobody on. Swing and a miss on the fastball that time, out number 2. Jason Castro will dig in here. He flew out his first time around. And now a ball hit fairly well here out to the deep part of left field. And he will make the catch just shy of the track, and the inning is over. 1 more for the Astros, and it comes on this solo homer. We played 2.5. It's now 4-0 Houston. Josh Reddick makes his way to the plate to get us started here in the bottom of inning number 3. And he gets a piece here as this ball is fouled away. Reddick waiting, and now the pitch. That's over, but low. It's a ball and a strike. Here's VR out there at shortstop. Low just in time, and oh, that was awfully close.
Well, that's just good pitching right there. Really ties him up with that fastball in on the hands. And he hits just a simple ground ball there for the easy out.
Craig Gentry will dig in again. He grounded out to start the home first. Couldn't lay off the pitch inside. It's 0-1. Grounded foul off to the right and over toward the dugout. Bases are empty, 1 man out. Here's the ball hit pretty well and carrying to deep right. Carter is back in plenty of time to put this away, however, and there are 2 gone. Eric Sogard will stand in. A base hit his first time around. Now a ball bounced towards the mound. Throw in time, and the side is retired. 1-2-3. Chris Carter will stand in now to get us going here in the 4th. First offering on the way. First pitch of the inning is taken downstairs for a ball. It's 1-0. Oh, and this just jumps off the bat here as this is to deep straightaway right field, and you can pretty much forget about this one. That is a long home run. It's a solo shot here for Chris Carter. 29 home runs for him on the year, as the Astros will open up a 5-0 lead.
And sometimes as a pitcher out there, you have to challenge guys up in the strike zone. The only thing is, it just can't be out over the middle of the plate. Here he got the fastball up all right, but he didn't get it in. So he extends his arms out there and he hits this ball a long, long way.
Matt Dominguez will stride in again. He singled and later scored his first time. This is a hard hit ball back up the middle, and he's going to have his second hit tonight as it's into center field for a base hit.
And another hard hit ball off of him right there. That's not the first one he's allowed so far. As you take a look at his line, not too much to write home about right there. This has not been one of his better performances at all.
Now some action in that Oakland bullpen as it looks like a lefty started to get it going down there. Jonathan Villar will stand in for a second time here as he swings and misses there. It's 0-1. Time to play pitching coach. What's he doing wrong?
More of a question of what's he doing right? It ain't much.
Now a swing and a hard hit ball to short. The second for 1. On to first, the double play.
Well, that's just made to order right there. 2 hops to short, easy pivot, not a lot of heat at second base. That's just a pretty routine double play.
Jose Altuve is at the plate as he takes a cold strike 1. And he gets a piece of this one to foul it toward the backstop. And he'll try and tempt him with one in the dirt, but he'll hold back here. It's 1-2.
And even though he's given up his share of hits so far, he still hasn't walked anybody, so at least he's got that going for him.
And this will be fouled away. 5 runs, 8 hits. No errors in the ballgame for the Astros to this point. Just does stay alive as this is fouled back. And a breaking ball swung on and missed, and the side is retired. Astros get Josh Donaldson will lead things off here in the home half of the 4th. And this is just off the outside corner for a ball, 1-0.
He wanted to go after that one, but that's a good eye to just watch it all the way in.
First 2 pitches off the mark here. It's 2-0. One thing you can say with certainty, he's really tried to take some ownage on that inside part of the plate.
It's something that you need to learn as a young pitcher. You've got to have that willingness to work inside, or guys at this level will just lean out over the plate and eat you up.
Here's one hit towards the hole. Throw on to first, in time, 1 away. A reminder, we're back at it here tomorrow night on the show for Game 3 of this 4-game set. As you get a look there at the pitching matchup we'll have in store for us tomorrow night. Brandon Moss will dig in. He singled his first time around. Outside target here, and he hits it for strike one.
I tell you, he's got a good pace, a good tempo to him out there right now.
That's taken. Now it's 0-2.
Got him.
And in the first 2 games of this series, he's already struck out a total of 4 times now. You get to where you just hate taking that walk back to the dugout. I'll tell you, it's a very frustrating feeling.
Yoenis Cespedes will stand in now with 2 away, trying to avoid another 1-2-3 inning.
Now, this has been total domination these past few innings. They haven't been able to mount any kind of threat whatsoever.
Good setup, and the circle change hits the spot, 0-1.
Yeah, the best way to neutralize this guy's power, just keep putting pitches right there.
Strike 2 called on the inner half, 0-2 now.
Well, he's been in a tough stretch offensively, and this sure ain't going to help.
And an off-speed pitch swung on and missed, and with that, the side is retired. A's are gone in order. They can't chip into that 5-0 deficit. Dexter Fowler will stand in for the 3rd time now, still without a hit, so that streak could be in a bit of jeopardy.
And I think that's in the back of his mind, but it's not something he's really focused on. He just wants to get up there and put a good swing on the ball.
A little tardy there, no balls and a strike. And we see some action in the A's bullpen now. It's both a left-hander and a righty that start to loosen up. And the third baseman will have a look at it, but this is back into the seat. Just got a piece of it as it's fouled back. Stays alive here as this is fouled off to the right. And he just does manage to fight this one off as it's fouled away. Now here's a shot toward the gap in left center, and they're not going to run this one down. This should be extra bases to start the inning. And he will coast into second with a leadoff double.
That's a great swing, man. Leading off an inning, it's a fastball, but he just goes right with it and drives it the other way toward the gap. He's going to wind up on second here with a leadoff double.
Here comes Bob Melvin now out of the Oakland dugout. And he's going to motion for the bullpen. That's going to do it for Jared Parker. So he'll leave after working just 4 innings, and this was not the kind of start he was looking for, I'm quite sure. Tom Malone is going to take over here in inning number 5 as it's going to be up to their bullpen to try and keep them in the game here. Woody Frazier will be the first one to greet him here, as he'll be doing so with the runner in scoring position and still nobody out. In the air to right center and carrying well. Way back there now, and gone. Home run. So it's a 2-run shot to right center, his second of the game, as this lead swells to 7-0.
How's this for a welcome to the ball game? One pitch and see you later. I've got a feeling that's not what the manager had in mind.
Nick Punto will stand in for the third time now. Still without a hit, so that streak could be in a bit of jeopardy.
And I think that's in the back of his mind, but it's not something he's really focused on. He just wants to get up there.
Meanwhile here, this is going to be trouble out there in left center, as it ought to be good for extra bases. And they'll keep it going here as he's in with a double.
Boy, and he has found the fountain of youth this year. Who would have thought he'd still be a 300 hitter at his age? He checks in again here with a ringing double.
Tony Abreu will stand in now. He's singled and struck out in 2 trips. Here's a line drive right to Lowry at shortstop. Throw on to second will not be in time to double up the runners, so they'll just get the 1 on the lineout. Jason Castro will stand in again. He's flown out in each of his first 2 plate appearances thus far. Now here's a swing by Castro as he gets a lot of this one into deep right field. And the route is on now. It's a home run. So that long ball has taken him 1 away from the century mark in home runs for his career. Not a major milestone, but a pretty impressive number nonetheless.
Yeah, good for him. He's really shown some solid power so far in his career, and he's about to reach a milestone that quite a few major league hitters never reach. The thing about what he's been able to accomplish this year is that he's playing the most demanding position on the field, yet he's still putting up excellent numbers. Nowadays, there just aren't too many catchers that can do this, so when you find one, you better hold on to him tight.
Chris Carter will dig in. 1 for 2 to this point in the ball game. Now the first pitch. Swinging a ground ball towards the middle, and oh no, pray that didn't get him where it sounded like it got him. And he will recover in time to get it over to first. Nicely done there as they record the second out. Josh Lindblom will be summoned now to take over following the injury. Matt Dominguez will step in. A base hit in his last time. Oh, and a hearty cut there to begin the at-bat. It's 0-1.
Yeah, kind of a late decision to swing there. Even if he hits that thing, that might just be a routine fly to right.
Oh, and a good tight slider there, and he's in command, 0-2. Fouled straight back. And he strikes him out here, so he's able to stop the bleeding a bit as his side is retired. Jed Lowry will stand in to start things out here in the home half of the fifth. And you get the sense, Steve, that this crowd's been pretty well taken out of the ballgame to this point.
Yeah, they pretty much had to sit on their hands all afternoon. Not a lot to get excited about so far. And I think that's a credit to that man out there on the mound. He's cut right through this lineup for the first 4 innings.
Fouled back. Now a ball swung on and heading for the stands in right, and that'll move the count to 1-2 now. Here comes a 1-2. Now a swing, and he just fouls this one away. And here's one that barely misses off the inside corner, 2-2.
Ooh, there's a tough one to take right there on a 1-2 pitch, especially after fighting off so many pitches leading up to that one.
And good patience to hold back on the curveball in the dirt. It's full now, 3-2.
Oh, I think he'd be real happy with the leadoff walk. Something just to get things started against this guy.
Swing and a miss, and he's got that strikeout pitch working now. That's 3 in a row for him as there's one away. Nate Fryman will stand in. He grounded out his first time. They set the target in, and this finds the inside corner for strike one.
And you know what, guys? I have been really impressed so far. Not only has he used his fastball well, but he's also spotted it well. I mean, that is perfect location right on the knees.
And that is through into right field for a one-out single. Derek Norris will stride in again. He struck out swinging his first time. Before the first pitch, a check at first. And he'll be back in standing up. Here's the first offering. Got him to swing on top of that one as this ball's dribbled out in front of the mound. On to first, and there were 2 down.
Yeah, and the only silver lining to this offensively is that he's hit that guy up to second base, and now he's in scoring position with 2 outs. But I would doubt seriously that that was his intention.
Josh Reddick will stand in for the second time now as he looks at a called strike. It's 0-1.
And you know, this is a guy that loves the ball down and in. It's one of the locations he really covers well, so they're going to want to mix their spots here.
In there, and it's 0-2 now. Short lead from second, now the pitch. Now a fastball fastball as he just reared up and let that one fly, and the inning is over. A golden opportunity to get on the board here goes for naught. Back with more on our Wednesday night showcase right after this. Jonathan Villar will dig in here. 1 for 2, singled and grounded out so far. And the 6th inning will start with a swing and a routine ground ball to short. Oh, and it goes right past him out there at short.
And he'll be thinking that's an out he should have had here to lead off the inning. This was maybe not the most routine of hops, but still, you'd think he'd at least be able to get a glove on.
Jose Altuve will try again. Struck out swinging his last time through. And a fastball in the dirt that's taken for a ball.
And you can see it. He's upset with himself out there at short. And he should be. He's a big leaguer. He'd like to get a ground ball here and get himself off the hook.
Now a swing, and he pops him up. Right up the chute. This may be tough behind the plate. Norris is out of the crouch, and he stays with it for route number 1. Dexter Fowler will step in. He doubled and later scored his last time. And that pitch is lined into left field, and he's got his 2nd hit of the evening. Throw comes back in quickly, so put the runners at 1st and 2nd now, still with only 1 away. Woody Frazier will stride in, and they'll need to be careful as he's already homered twice thus far. Swing and a miss on a slider, 0-1. Pops him up here on 0-2 as this is drifting toward the right side of the infield. Moss is under it, 2 gone. Nick Punto will step in now and see what he can do with 2 on and 2 out here in the 6th. Starts him with a good rising fastball there for strike 1. And just lucky to make contact on that one as it's chopped foul. Swing, and he puts a charge into this one, high and deep, and you can't forget about it. This ball is gone. So it's a 3-run shot to straightaway right field. Number 10 for him on the year as the blowout continues.
Whatever these guys are putting in their pregame meal, you can be darn sure they're getting the same setup tomorrow. That's 5 home runs as a team now. I mean, these guys are feeling it out there.
Tony Abreu will get another crack, 1 for 3 thus far. And he gets a piece of it here, but it's chopped foul. Swing, and here's another big drive as this ball sent high and deep to left center field. And the long ball will burn him for the 2nd time in the inning. Another home run. So a solo shot here to left center field. Number 11 for him on the season as they just continue to pour it on here.
You just can't throw that pitch right there. That swing tells the story right there. I mean, he got all of that one. Remember, he homered in yesterday's ball game too, so he's riding a pretty good hot streak these past couple of days.
Jason Castro will stand in again as we flash you back to the middle innings here. This was a big blow, a 2-run home run that really got his guys going. first pitch on the way. Now this ball's hit out to deep left center. And gone, a home run. A solo home run for Jason Castro. His second home run of the game as this lead got even wider.
Well, it's obviously not easy hitting home runs, Matt. That's why the best power guys are so popular. I suspect this one feels a little extra special, but I'm sure he'll keep things in perspective. He's not a threat to any record just yet.
Chris Carter will dig in. He homered back in the fourth. Got him to go up the ladder there for strike one. That look says it all in the third base dugout.
That's not the look of a guy who's going to be sleeping well tonight, is it?
Off the plate, 1 ball, 1 strike. Would you say he's not really finishing his pitches at this point?
That's a good way to put it. It looks like he's aiming a little too much, and that's not working for him.
Lined into left center. But there to take it in is a well-positioned Lowry, and the inning is over. Another look as he goes way up to get that one at short. The three of us return with more Wednesday Night Baseball after this. Craig Gentry will stand in to start things off as this top of the batting order hasn't found a whole lot of success so far.
In fact, just one hit between the 1, 2, 3 hitters combined. So apparently the table setters have not been getting their chores done.
Good arm action on the circle change, swung out and missed, 0-2.
Even when he's just laying pitches in there, they still swing right through him.
Swing and a miss on the fastball, and that's the first out.
And all through this winning streak of theirs, we've seen some great starting pitching. And this has been another very good performance. Good enough to most likely keep that winning streak going.
Eric Sogard will stand in. He's 1 for 2 so far. And that's in there for strike one.
And I wish more guys would pitch like this. I mean, look at that pitch count right there. That is really low for this stage of the game, and it's because he's throwing strikes from challenging guys.
Now the 1-1. And he missed with the palm ball, so it goes to 2-1. Not the first time he's felt the squeeze tonight.
Yeah, he's looking and saying, what do I got to do to get a strike?
Now it's swinging a high fly ball, and this one has some carry on it to deep right field. Carter is back in plenty of time to put this away, however, and there are 2 gone.
Well, this is one of those situations where his guys got him the lead early on, and he's been in complete control ever since. I mean, he's barely been threatened right now.
Josh Donaldson stands in as he looks at a called strike.
I like how he's approaching things here. He's got a good, safe lead, so he's not setting guys up for wasting a lot of pitches.
And we'll have to leave it there as the play is made here to end the inning. 1, 2, 3 go the A's. But this one's pretty much over, 14-0. Back here at the Coliseum in Oakland. This one pretty much all over, but the shouting as we check our game summary to see how we've gotten to where we are. Matt Dominguez will lead it off here in the top of inning number 7. And here's a ball hit in the air. Moss is there to put this one away, and it takes just 1 pitch to record the first out of the 7th. Jonathan Villar will be the batter. He reached on an error and later scored his last time. This is a hard hit ball back up the middle, and he's going to have his second hit tonight as it's into center field for the base hit.
This is what you call an ambush swing right here. You're hitting in the back of the order. You're looking dead red early in the count, kind of just hoping hoping the pitcher might relax and forget about you for a minute. Then you get that fastball middle in, and you jump all.
Meanwhile here, this is going to be trouble out there in left center, as it ought to be good for extra bases. Around third and being waved on hold.
And the beat goes on. Another great at-bat, and what else is new? They've now thrown 15 runs up on the scoreboard. Now that is a good day's work.
Dexter Fowler will dig in. He singled and later scored his last time. I had him guessing that time, as he's barely able to foul it away. Now a fastball driven the other way out to deep left field. And the route is on now. It's a home run. It's a two-run shot to straightaway left. Number 18 for him on the campaign as the blowout continues. Woody Frazier will stand in again as he looks for home run number 3 in the ballgame, as we flash you back here to his second home run. This was back in the 5th inning, as he has the long ball working in his first few at-bats. Here's a ball hit high down the right field line. This ball has a chance, and it is gone. A solo shot down the line in right. His 3rd home run of the ball game, as they just continue to pour it on here. Nick Punto will stand in again as we flash you back here to inning number 6. This was his 3-run home run. That's really been the key blow to this point in the ball game. Sliced hard the other way, and that is a fair ball, as this one's heading for the left field corner. And he is into second with a double, his 3rd hit of the night.
Boy, they are really sticking it to him right here. That's the 5th hit he's coughed up in this inning alone. And you got to believe that that leash is getting a little bit shorter with each passing batter.
Here's a ball swung on and lofted in the air out toward right center. Reddick is over to his right as he puts this one away, 2 down.
Well, he gets you out there, but he's not missing many bats right now. The guys are really putting together some good swings against him so far.
And a swing and a bouncing ball back up the middle. And that's through into center field. Base hit.
And that's 19 runs they've put up so far. And the way they're swinging the bat, there's no end in sight.
Chris Carter will try and keep things going now with a runner at first following the RBI single. Oh, had him chopping at that one. It's 0-1. That's on the inside corner to put him behind here, 0-2.
Yeah, maybe a little gun-shy there after swinging at that first fastball out of the zone. But now he's got himself in a pretty big hole up there, down 0-2.
And we'll have to leave it there as the play is made here to end the inning. 9 men come to the plate, however, 5 of them score. It's stretch time here in Oaktown. Houston leads this one 19-0. Brandon Moss will step in now to lead off the home half of the 7th. In there for strike 1.
Just no chance to pull the trigger on that one. It just got on him too fast.
A late swing on the slider, and quickly it's 0-2.
Boy, I'll tell you, to be down 0-2 against a guy like this with the stuff he's got tonight, not a comfortable spot to be in.
And this is on the ground to third. And a good throw gets him 1 gone. Yoenis Cespedes will stand in 0 for 2 in the ballgame so far. And he throws the fastball by him here, 0-1. You have to say they really had a good game plan for attacking the 3, 4, 5 hitters all game long.
Yeah, and I think the only thing that's better than a game plan has been the execution of that game plan. You're exactly right. They've held this lineup at bay.
And a fastball swung on and missed as they set him down for the second time here tonight.
Not only has he rung up a lot of strikeouts, but he still hasn't walked the batter to this point. So his control has been really, really spot on so far.
So 2 are gone now in the Oakland half of the 7th. And that'll bring in the shortstop, Jed Lowry. Now a ball hit foul down the line in right and in amongst the fans. And this is hit well towards the hole. And that's by him into right field for a base hit. Nate Fryman will dig in 1 for 2. He grounded out the first time and followed that with a base hit in his second plate appearance. Out in front of a curveball here as this is bounced on the ground to third. And that will conclude matters here in the 7th. The A's strand 1. And as you can see, they are way behind. Anthony Varvaro will come on now in a mop-up role as he'll just try and keep this deficit from growing any larger. Matt Dominguez will get us going now in the top half of the 8th. Now here's a fastball up that he sends in the air out to fairly deep center field. Gentry has to roam straight back, but he has it for the first out. Well, there are blowouts, and then there are blowouts. And this, folks, is a blowout as you get a look at our line score. It's not often that you see a road team come into this place and put a whooping on these guys like the one we're seeing here tonight. Jonathan Villar will try again. 2 for 4 in the ballgame. And he swings through a fastball and doesn't catch up with it. It's 0-1.
He's going to need to crank that swing up another notch if he's going to catch up to those.
Swing and a ball hit hard on the ground towards second. Throw on to first, 2 gone. Jose Altuve will dig in. He doubled home a run last time around. Here's the first pitch to him. On a big swing there at a fastball, and he really got into it high and deep to left center field. Gentry retreats to the track, and he'll put this one away. So Derek Norris will stand in to start out their half of the 8th with that starter still out there, and he's definitely been a tough nut to crack.
You know, he's been dominant all game long, and I think part of it is that he got himself a nice lead early on. That's allowed him to not really worry about making a mistake. He's been free and easy the whole way through.
And this is taken in by Fowler for the first out.
Yeah, he just keeps rolling right along. Shutout intact as you get a look at his line so far. Through 7 1/3 innings now, they've just not been able to mount any type of offense against him at all.
Josh Reddick is in for a 3rd plate appearance as he watches one miss inside. It's 1-0. And 2-0 now as this misses below the knee.
And I think with no one on base, you know, this is a guy you need to come after. I certainly wouldn't be afraid to give him a fastball here.
In there, and it's even now, 2-2.
A little conviction behind that fastball.
And he struck him out. Strikeout number 8 now in the ballgame for him.
Well, he certainly had all of his pitches working for him so far. That's translated to a 4-hit shutout to this point.
Craig Gentry will stand in for the 4th time now, still looking for his first hit of the ballgame.
And he's not the only one either. This has been a great pitching performance so far, and they've had these guys chasing their tails all game long.
That's taken. Now it's 0-2.
And that has been the comfort zone so far in this outing. He's just lived on that outside corner, and it's paid big dividends for him.
And we'll have to leave it there as this is strike 3, and that will retire the side. Dexter Fowler will be the one to lead it off when we come back. Astros lead this one 19-0. Dexter Fowler will stand in again, and we'll take you back to the 7th inning. This was a 2-run home run, and it was one of the key blows in the ballgame thus far. First pitch of the inning is bounced up the middle, and they're going to get themselves a base runner rather quickly here as that's into center field for a leadoff single. Woody Frazier will stride in again as he looks to join a very elite list. We take you back to earlier. This was home run number 3 in the ballgame as he'll try and join just a select few with 4 home runs in a single game. Oh, high, deep. Where will this one come down? Now that is a moonshot, folks. A long home run.
Incredible. I mean, if I wasn't sitting here, I wouldn't believe it myself. 4 home runs now in one game. In the history of baseball, this has happened like, what, 16, 17 times? What a show he's put on.
Nick Punto will try it again. He homered back in the 6th inning. And this ball will be chopped foul. And there's a swing and a miss that time from Punto as he falls behind. No balls and 2 strikes.
He's playing right into that big swing from a pitch before. Just throw something slow here, and you'll probably have him 3 feet out in front.
Now here's a ball hit hard on the ground to second. On the first, so a good bounce-back pitch there as he gets the ground ball for the first out. Tony Abreu will look for his 3rd hit of the ball game now. First pitch is a fastball that's shot right back up the middle and on into center field for a base hit.
As a hitting coach, that's what you want your hitters to do. Hit the ball right back up the middle. You get into bad habits when you try to pull everything, but here, just stays right on it, picks up a solid 1-out single.
And this is hit hard on the ground towards short. Oh, and trouble there for Lowry. And pretty fortunate here as they do wind up getting the out at first, although the runner will advance to second. Chris Carter will dig in. He homered back in the 4th. Close to the bag at second there, now the pitch. Oh, and he just blows the fastball by him for strike 1.
Just overmatched him.
Late on the fastball there as this one skied out towards straightaway right. Reddick is under it, and he makes the catch for out number 3. Eric Sogard will be tasked now with leading things off in their half of the 9th. They'll try to do something to prevent being shut out.
And whatever they've done for the first 8 innings haven't yielded a whole lot so far, so quite frankly, I'm not expecting too much.
And the 0-1 is lifted in the air out to right. Carter is there, and that's not the start to the bottom of the 9th this crowd was hoping for. 1 away. Josh Donaldson will stand in now, and he's been kept quiet out of the number 3 hole, hitless in his 3 at-bats so far. And not the greatest of starts to the at-bat as he reaches for 1 out of his own for strike 1.
Yeah, he really pulled off of that one, and that's not the kind of swing we're accustomed to seeing from a guy like him.
Right, especially starting off an at-bat.
And here's a ball hit in the air. Castro is there, and folks are starting to head for the exits now. 2 gone here in the 9th.
Yeah, a good pitch there as he gets the pop out on the fastball as we take a look at his pitch breakdown so far.
Brandon Moss will stand in now as their last shot here with 2 away in the 9th.
Yeah, just one final hurdle here before he finishes off the shutout.
And he waits on a changeup there and pulls it to fairly deep right field. And he'll put this one away for the final out, and the Astros will add 1 more to their winning streak. streak as this ball game is over.
Well, we've talked about it all throughout this game. He was completely in charge, essentially, from pitch one. And now he finishes off a masterful performance here, getting the complete game shutout.
Time for one final check of the line score as you see the key players there in this shutout victory. And as we wrap things up here, what do you say we name this guy right here as the recipient of our top player of the game award?
Yeah, no way you could look past this guy. Really a game he'll remember for a long time. 4 home runs. No other way to break it down except to say that was an awesome performance.
So that'll put a wrap on things here.